So in verse 4, on the day when Elkanah sacrificed, he would give portions to Peninnah his wife and to all her sons and daughters. But to Hannah he gave a double portion, because he loved her, though the Lord had closed her womb. And her rival used to provoke her grievously, to irritate her because the Lord had closed her womb. So it went on year by year. As often as she went up to the house of the Lord, she used to provoke her. Therefore Hannah wept and would not eat. And Elkanah, her husband, said to her, Hannah, why do you weep? Why do you not eat? And why is your heart sad? Am I not more to you than 10 sons? What a powerful section. Gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to Hannah he gave a double portion because he loved her, though the Lord had closed her womb.
You see that love and compassion by Elkanah towards Hannah. He doesn't blame her. He doesn't punish her.
Loves her unconditionally.
Yeah. What a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't satisfy her, because she doesn't feel fulfilled.
Yeah, she relates back to those first things we said, right?
Yeah,
those feelings.
Inconsolable, Nothing can make her feel better about her situation. Even the unconditional love of her husband.
Yeah, no matter what you're saying, Elkanah, I can't get past the shame I feel.
And I mean, just by reading that passage, it's like what he's saying to her is more salt in the wound for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way she takes it.
Yeah, keep rubbing it in.
Yeah, right.
Which I don't know if it was meant that way. I for so long in this story, why God do you include his words? Because I could see a woman that's experiencing this taking it that way. And the more I read it and look at it, I just can't help wondering if Elkanah is a picture of God, and God in any situation being like, am I enough for you? Any unborn desire, anything that we want to claim as our identity that we think we need, that brings us to this place of weariness and depression, you can fill in God's words. Am I not worth more to you than 10 of whatever this is? And God gives us the double portion. God gives us the favor and the compassion. Doesn't require of us what we cannot give.
But God, I still don't have this.
Right. That's isn't that our response so often?
Every day. But what about this?
Yeah.
And this that I thought was supposed to happen, or I was supposed to get.
Yeah, for sure.
And we know it's God who closed her womb. It says it right in there.
Right.
So God is using this for a purpose.
Right.
Obviously, he's not being maniacal and not cruel. So there's purpose behind it and something in this that's going to bring him glory. So her shame is bringing him glory.
Yeah.
Now that's a powerful thought.
Right.
Yeah, it is. And, I didn't think about it till you said it, Angie, when I was reading through this ahead of this time together. You think how Elkanah must have felt like he's trying to show Hannah how much he loves her. How much do you think that pained him? The last part of verse 8 there where he says, am I not more to you than 10 sons? He's trying to say, what else do I need to do?
Right.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, the names of the two wives. If you look at Peninnah, her name means jewel. And I just think about how often we want to be like that shining jewel that looks good, but yet her actions seem very hard and cold towards Hannah. Yeah. And then you have Hannah, whose name means grace, and how God longs to give him glory by magnifying his grace towards us, and how often we gravitate towards wanting to be the jewel instead of wanting to be the one who represents the grace.